Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Tuesday night chat. I will warn you, I don't think we'll have any problems, but my power is actually out. I'm running off my batteries for internet and computer right now and lights. So hopefully it can hang on for 2 hours and we'll be good to go. So anyway, with that being said, I'm going to go down the line, and I'm going to start with Rick. Is your six covered? Would you like to do an intro?
Sure, appreciate it. As always, thank you, thank you. Gonna be a good night. Loving it. Had a great day of fly fishing today, but having fun with the reloader, man. But other than that, been blasting out some videos, did a couple shout outs, and that's it. Thanks again.
No problem. Mossy Nut, would you like to say anything, man?
No, just gonna sit here. No, I just want to thank you for having me on tonight. I really do appreciate it, and everybody needs to go check out the Crazy Scotsman and his raffle he's got going for C-Max.
Absolutely. And the Crazy Scotsman, in case you missed my message, if you wanted to be on, I sent you a link through YouTube PM. And Blue 823, would you like to say anything, man?
No, glad to be here tonight. This is kind of weird. I'm supposed to be working nights, but I decided to take a staycation. So started the weekend off with camping with the kids and the wife. Did a bunch of shooting, a bunch of other good stuff. And just real quick, just to give you all a heads up, I did, like with my previous video, that I was going to be shooting soft body armor. And I shot the hell out of some soft body armor. And here's, I don't know how well it's going to come out, but here's a piece of one. So that's the soft body armor that I was shooting. And it's not going to come out, but here's a big hole right here. The very last shot that I did, I had front, back, front, back, front, back. So I had 6 panels, and I took the 12 gauge out with a 1 ounce rifled slug. And I lined all 6 of them up, like sandwiched them together and tied them to the pallet I was shooting at. And I was like, well, how many vests is this thing going to go through? It didn't go through any of them. It freaking hit. And like, there was like, I found the round. So I was like, well, maybe it was because I had 6 of them. So it was like this thick. So I took it down to 1 and I shot it from about 10 feet away. Freaking expired vest stops a 1 ounce slug out of a 12 gauge, which I think you would still get killed just by the sheer shock of it. But that was interesting. So that I got the videos on the computer now, but I just got back today, so I'm going to be uploading them.
You'll have a message, sir.
Thank you, Jarvis. I'll be uploading them here within the next couple days and getting them out. So it was actually pretty cool, the results with expired body armor.
That's the same as expired medication for the most part, if you think about it. But no, it's a good test. Definitely. Can't wait to see it.
Yeah, that's pretty damn cool. I'm surprised that slug didn't go through.
I'd say it's just the mass of it. It's so big, because if you do a little bit of just playing around, experimenting, I've shot like Lexan at different thicknesses and stuff. I mean, I was just horsing around in the yard. And there would be stuff that, I mean, I'd have maybe some little Lexan plates lined up against the dirt bank. And say a 45 wouldn't go through it, a 9mm wouldn't go through it, 38, shoot a 22 long rifle at it, zip right through some bitch. It's the speed, the size of the projectile, the smaller. That's why a 223 is more effective than you think it would be. It's a small caliber bullet hauling ass. So it zips through shit. It'll zip through your fucking arm after it bounced off shit.
And that's why you get a friend to send you a bunch of lidocaine. Thanks, Scotty. Appreciate it. Got them in the mail today. Boom.
Yeah, but the size of the bullet, I'd say the slug, since it's so damn wide, it just, the vest was able to absorb the energy. It was more spread out. I mean, I'm just guessing. Plus, slugs are usually very soft lead.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah. This
mushroomed out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. That's the front end of it. That's the diameter of it now, and then you can see the back where I don't know if it has like a harder, like a steel core or something. But you see that divot in the back? It almost looks like it tried to punch up through, but didn't get through the. You didn't get through the lead itself. So
that's the back of the slug, I bet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's what. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a one management area down here. We during small game at shotgun only, and you can kill hogs, and that's what we carry. It's 12 gauge with a slug, and it's bad. But we used to use buckshot. Buckshot's great for people, but when you're hog hunting, it ain't worth a damn.
that's the one thing I didn't shoot. Son of a bitch! I even had the rounds with me, and I wanted to shoot the buckshot. Crap.
You didn't shoot buckshot? Start over.
Yeah. I have to go find. I have to go round up some more expired body armor. But I'll give you just a heads up with this. The oldest panel that I had was manufactured in 2001. So that's some pretty damn old body armor that we were shooting at.
Yeah, I can't wait to see those videos.
Buckshot's soft lead too, so I don't know, but you're zipping a bunch of 32 caliber bullets then, so I can see that maybe penetrating. Maybe if it's supposed to stop a pistol round, it should stop that, but I couldn't say for sure. I don't know.
It's like getting shot, what, 8 times with a 38? $12 gauge or 20 gauge?
This was a 12.
12.
It's that old Riot shotgun that TR was shooting down at the farm.
Nice.
It used to be a pump. It's an auto loader now.
I'll tell you what. I whenever you were shooting it, I was laughing at you because I was like, I was just like, I've never seen anybody not be able to hold the pump, hold it shut. I freaking let off that first round today, and as I shot and I went to rack it back, the action was already the whole way back. The shell had ejected, and it was like, holy shit.
Yeah, you got some more out parts in that thing because it don't lock. It's just so you pull the trigger and it just, oh shit, because you're already pulling it against your shoulder. It's like, bam, something loads itself.
Just remember, don't try to rack it back. As soon as you shoot, just go forward. You're ready to let the next one fly. That's an old ass gun, though.
I mean, I know it's not really supposed to lock, but it's had a lot of rounds through it because it didn't. You hold it. I don't know. I'd have to shoot mine, but that one was loose.
Oh yeah.
So sloppy.
Yeah, it worked though. It ain't like it jammed up or anything. It's just it kind of catches you off guard because you're not expecting you just automatically open it up as soon as you pull the damn trigger.
That's my assault shotgun.
Worked very well for that.
Not to bore the chat with shotgun things, but this is also, I was wondering this while I was shooting today, or not today, yesterday. If you guys were to use a shotgun in home defense, slugs or buckshot?
I would do it the same way we used to do with hog hunting. First round's a slug and everything backed up is buckshot.
I use buckshot.
Yeah. I was going to go ahead, TR. Go ahead.
Now, I was just going to say, depends if you got people in the house, other than a robber or something. If you got family in the house, this is just me. I wouldn't even use buckshot inside a house. If I had kids in the house, mother-in-law, wife, and all that, I wouldn't even use buckshot. The most powerful thing I would use would be a BB load, a turkey load, because buckshot's going to go through walls into other rooms. and a slug's gonna go slam through the fucking house.
That's why you make sure you hit what you're aiming at.
Yeah, I mean, really, I mean, even if you're using a pistol, you got to be very aware of where you're shooting. That's why a birdshot or a turkey load in a 12 gauge, if you got kids and stuff in the house, or you live in an apartment, is the best thing, because a couple of layers of sheetrock will pretty much stop it. But if you shoot a man at 10 foot in the gut with birdshot, call the morgue. He's dead. Because it's going to put a hole in him like that.
Oh, yeah.
Even with birdshot, this field load, the cheapest shit you can buy. If you shoot a man within a room, in a chest or gut with birdshot, he's fucked up.
Yeah, it's still in the wad basically. At 10 feet.
Yeah, that seems to be the mode of suicide in my area is shotguns, 12 gauge, and it's your standard bird shot, small game shot, whatever you want to call it, and it's very effective. There's a 0 survival rate so far for the ones that I've gone to.
The number 4 turkey load's good too, because you're kind of getting more BBs, but you're getting still a good mass of energy.
Yeah, I can't remember if number 4 is bigger than BB, but yeah, around that something. Yeah, I heard number 4 said a lot. I've never shot number 4, so I can't say, but I know your regular double-aught buck, those are 8 to 9 32 caliber bullets.
Yeah.
And they're screaming out at 1,200 feet per second. They're going through walls.
Oh, yeah.
And as it goes through a couple layers of sheetrock, say a wall, 2 layers of sheetrock, it's still going to kill, or can potentially kill, whoever's on the other side. So, just saying. But I mean, if you use a 9mm 45, same thing. It can go clear through your house unless it hits a stud.
And that's why I don't keep guns in the house. That's why I have 911 on speed dial.
Yeah, all you need is a cop. You just need a phone with 911 ready to go, and just wait. You'll be fine. They'll show up within seconds.
Yeah, because whenever I'm not at work, man, I'm not on duty, so I'm not.
Not my job.
I'm calling somebody else.
That's right. That fire will go out as soon as it hits the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to stop it at the ocean. Yeah, you figure a 32 auto's running right around 1,030 feet per second down to 695. Depending on powder and grain and all that. So you figure you got 8 of those going at the same time. It's actually even faster than a regular 32 auto. So. Oh,
absolutely, because you're shooting it out the barrel, which it's got it beat by what, 3 feet? Well, 2.5 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of people who have different theories on that, and that's fine. I mean, everybody do whatever you feel comfortable with, but that me, fuck it, I'll shoot a slug. I'll shoot fucking 50 BMG in here. There's nobody I can hit. You know what I mean? Except a bad guy. But yeah, I think birdshot or turkey load in a 12 gauge or 20 gauge. If you can buy a turkey load in 20 gauge, I guess you can. But I think that's a perfect home defense gun. But that's just me, you know. But like I said, I mean, I got a 45 or a 9 by my bed. Because if the only way there's somebody in my bed at night is going to be a woman and she's going to be beside me, anything else that moves dies. Or it's going to get shot anyway.
Something's going to get shot.
Oh, did I tell you guys, it's been about 2 weeks ago, did I tell you about the night I had to get up to take a piss at like 2:30 in the morning, and like where I'm walking down the hallway to go to the bathroom, straight ahead's the kitchen, and then the back door is through the kitchen, and there was like a flashlight coming through the back door. Did I tell you guys that story?
No.
Oh my God. Scared the ever-loving shit out of me. You know, it's like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. I had to piss, so I'm already groggy. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see that well. But I come out of the bedroom, make the hallway, start walking down, and I mean, I just like walked up. I was like, what the fuck? There's a flashlight like beaming through like where my kitchen door would be into the back of the house. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, what? And it's weird when it actually happens because I'm like, fuck. I'm like, so I start backing back up toward the bedroom where I can get to my guns and stuff. And just by chance, you know, I just yelled out. I'm like, what are you doing? Just real loud because I got kids. And here it was my 10-year-old was thirsty, went out to the freaking kitchen to get a water and had just the angle that she was holding the flashlight. Whenever I came out, it looked like it was coming through the kitchen door into the kitchen. And that's, you gotta watch your ass and make sure your kids know you don't mess around whenever you start yelling in the middle of the night. Because as soon as I was like, what are you doing? I'm thirsty. I mean, it was instant, but I'll tell you, talk about pucker factor. Holy sheesh.
Well, you better bring some ice water to bed with you, or you might get fucking pummeled.
Yeah, I can see with kids, especially small kids in the house. Well, hell, I don't care what age you are. You know, you would have to always be conscious of that, but it could be hard to be conscious of it. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. You wake up just having to pee real bad. You're going to be groggy and stuff. But I mean, I would think, I don't know, I would think you would be conscious that, okay, I can't just shoot something that moves. You know?
Right. Yeah, that would be a hard one to explain. And as a parent, that may be the only time I would actually ever off myself is if I, neglectfully did something like that and hurt one of my kids or killed them. I think that might actually be about the only way I'd ever do it, because I don't know how you could live with yourself after that.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
That would definitely suck. Got a lot of great people out there.
Damn, we got a pretty good crowd. I'm feeling 62.
Still hasn't beat that one time I saw 109 or 10 people watching. I was like, holy hell. That's pretty awesome. I only see 18 thumbs up, though, so it looks like you guys better get to work out there.
Wintertime, you do a little better. Chats do better in the wintertime.
Yeah, people are stuck
on
vacation,
people going camping, blah, 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 so all the chats I've done, wintertime, you see a little bit bigger numbers than you do in the summertime.
Southernmost homesteader.
Yeah, I've noticed a couple newer names. I mean, they might have been in a couple chats before, but I've seen at least 2 or 3 that I've never seen before.
Yeah, thanks for coming over, you guys.
Yeah, we got
hopefully you're having a great night.
The Ammo Mafia is representing out there. Got Metham 88 and Dad Billy 429.
Yes. Swinger 70. I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Him and his daughter. They got some really good videos.
Cool. I'll have to check them out.
Yeah, I do. He's doing some reloading too.
I like seeing some of the new channels that I've never heard of.
Yeah.
Get some new information out there, It's nice.
Yeah, and his little daughter, she's a shooter too.
Good. Nothing better than that.
Yep.
Definitely enjoy watching people take, their kids out and shooting. We got on Thursdays when I do get the chance to shoot there's one parent there's one parent that brings his 9-year-old and shoots IDPA with us, and that's just cool as hell. I love watching the younger ones shoot, watching the enjoyment on their face.
Yeah, that reminds me, I still need to do a support video for If It's Too Loud, You're Too Old. Speaking of the youngins.
Well, it's like The Collier girls. Those girls. You know what's funny? I was watching some of their videos, and they're knowledgeable as heck, man. Talking about the parts of the guns and the stuff they got upgraded and changed. You know, I was like, damn, that's impressive. I'm like, instead of just, you know, the dad sets them all up and then they go shoot. You know, these girls, they know all about the parts and the upgraded trigger and this and that. And I'm like, dang. You know, and they're not just saying upgraded trigger. They're saying, like, the name of it and stuff. You're, like, trying to look at them to see if they're reading off something. They're not reading off anything. They got that stuff stuck right here in the head. It's pretty awesome. I'm like, dang, that's awesome. CZ Nation consumes me today. Careful, the virus is strong. Right, Daniel?
Yeah, if I wasn't muted, I hope I wasn't popping up too much.
You're good. I did a video on CZ Hype. Is it Hype? Can't remember what I named it, but
yeah, I hadn't seen it. I've been at work the last couple of days, so I'm way behind. I got some catching up to do the next few days.
yeah, that's the shit. I think I put 3 out today. I was gonna try to beat Coda Boy 32.
I was about to say, between you and Coda Boy, you're gonna eat up YouTube's damn bandwidth.
Well, I've been watching all the videos. These are from Bad Billy 429. I got the lenses out of them, of course, but it's got the camera. Mossy's got a pair. I did some walking around. I want to do some mountain biking with them and see if they work mountain biking. There's some badass trails. I've tried videoing with my camera while I'm riding, but hell, I'm gonna crash if I do that shit.
Are those high def?
They're 720.
All right.
They're not the coolest looking things out there, but they work good. They my problem is I noticed when I was walking around the fields and stuff, my head was like the camera was like all over the place. Do you notice that too, Mossy?
Yeah, and the video that I shot, it shoots so much higher than what you're actually looking. It's almost like the camera lens itself is tilted up a little too high on top of it being higher than your line of sight. I mean, I tried moving them down on the bridge of my nose and looking down, and it's hard because you really can't see where you're shooting at.
Yeah.
See, I did some. I didn't have a pistol in my hand at the time. I used the phone, so I just kind of pretended the phone was a gun and looked down the lens while I was recording just to see if it'd be at the right height. And that seemed to be okay, but when I was messing with stuff like right in front of me, like arm's length but down farther, you know, below my like chest height, it was video and everything above it. So, but like for shooting, if I was standing on flat surface shooting at a target that's the same height as me, I think it would work. I'll know when I shoot it Thursday. I'll try them out. One thing I didn't like, though, was the lenses are so thin. Like I wear ESS shooting glasses, and the lenses are probably 3 times as thick. So if you got a TR elbow bullet coming back at you, those would probably, the ESS glasses would block it where these probably wouldn't. But this would keep the dirt out of your eyes if you're mountain biking or, you know, or just normal everyday kind of stuff. It'd be fine.
Yeah, and the tinted lenses are supposed to be polarized too.
I'll have to try those fishing then.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned it. So I've been wanting to go, but we have what we call the bypass canal here. I was wanting to take it over there and let the dog run out and see what it'll film, but I just ain't had a chance to make it out with them and see how they do outside and at long distance. So, but I do like them. They're sweet.
Yeah.
I met them. He's out there. I really do appreciate that, buddy.
Yeah, met them. Bad Billy. The Ammo Mafia dudes are hooked us up pretty well.
Yeah, they did. I had something I was gonna send Metham, but they sold out, and some now I'm waiting. So,
And Metham probably already bought it anyways.
Yeah, he probably might be why they sold out. Blade Runner.
Oh, you want to know how a phone can shoot? It can't. But it'll give me the line of sight of a gun.
Since we're talking kind of about cameras there, all you guys have GoPros, right?
Nope.
No, I don't like. I had them in the past. I don't like them.
Yes,
I've shot all my videos with an iPhone.
Well, I'm going to do a rant video here sometime this week. My GoPro, which I bought right before Farmageddon, it just quit working. Like I would take the SD card out and it would power on and it would do everything it's supposed to. But as soon as you put the SD card in, it would just shut off. You couldn't do anything with it. So I was like, all right, well, I just bought this not too long ago. It's got to be under warranty. So I go to their help page, like their customer support. Do it if you don't have that. Like me, I couldn't go out and just buy a new one. But holy Christ, I had my cell phone sitting here in the garage on speakerphone for 45 minutes listening to, your call is important to us, blah, 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 whatever. I'm on the chat on the live, like their live chat support, whatever. The first day, 45 minutes with the phone just on fucking a recording. The chat said that I was number 2 in Quince. So I was like, all right, this ain't going to take too long. I'll be up here. And like 10 minutes later, I'm number 1. And then it says, you're on deck or you're next or something like that. It starts to connect and it kicked me off the system. And that took about an hour the first time to get on. The second time was about a half hour to get on. It was still a failed attempt. It didn't go through. So then I waited till the next day and took another, like I was out here dicking around in the garage and had the chat thing up, and it worked. And after 45 minutes of chatting back and forth with this person, whenever I knew the goddamn GoPro didn't work, they're like, you qualify, you're under warranty, just send that back in. And once we receive it, we'll ship yours out within 2 to 3 days. So they sent me the FedEx labels and everything. Freaking, it was 3 weeks. I hadn't heard anything. So then I had to go through that whole fucking thing, getting back on that goddamn chat 2 days at an hour apiece to try to get on there. And finally they're like, oh, well, we did receive your camera. We have record of it, but for some reason we didn't ship the new one out yet. And we're not sure why. And that's like whenever I was going on vacation and I was pissed because I wanted to use it to, for the video and stuff, but it's their customer service sucks ass.
Yeah, that sucks, especially for all the amount of people that use them. And a ton of people use them for YouTube. I think TR's got a couple. And I've had a couple. One's in a river because my son, we were kayaking, and it's still down there recording something. That was like a couple of years ago now, but I'd love to see if someone finds that one. Because it'll have some old videos of me videoing something for YouTube, on there. But
one Blue had, he had a newer one in mine. I don't know if they called it a 4 or not, but anyway, it was little square looking ones,
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, mine was the Hero Session 4.
Okay. I think it does better at taking normal videos. The ones I got are like this one. This is an old one. This is a 1, I think. So it's an old one.
Just a Hero, yeah.
Yeah, just a Hero. And then I got a Hero 2, I think, 2 or 3. And it's pretty much the same thing. The only reason I bought it, it had a microphone input. So I could do like, and I've only done a few of them, but do the little motorcycle vlog or whatever. They're great for action. These old ones, these are great for action. But if you just want to shoot like a regular video, like if you want to get in front of it, or if you want to just be sitting at a table, they suck for that. Because that fisheye shit, everything's like this.
Mm-hmm.
Trees behind you are like this. I don't care if you're even just riding a bicycle, it all blends together and you don't notice it. You don't really see it. But if you're just sitting still, you see it big time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Gander Mountain by me, I'm waiting on. They got a few, or did have, probably a month ago, some cameras. I was just waiting because I'm a cheap ass and got other things I'd rather spend my money on. But when they really start discounting shit where it'll be worth it, I was going to try and pick one up. Because, like I say, every video I've ever done has been with one of my iPhones. I just hadn't used a camera yet. And I figured, hell, if I can pick it up cheap enough there, I might grab one.
Well, I'll tell you right now, if it's an Emerson camera, stay away from it. It's like, I think it's Emerson, and it's like, why pay hundreds of dollars for GoPro whenever you can get an Emerson for like $80, and literally you get what you pay for. I mean, the battery was like maybe 20 minutes if you're lucky to stay on.
If you want a good cheap camera, Sony makes some really good stuff with huge amount of magnification. I have some really good cameras, like a high dollar video camera from Sony, big money ticket one, and it works great. But it's like my phone's always with me, it's always charged for the most part, And then I bought a little Sony one, and the zoom is incredible. So if you got a target that's down like 100 yards or 50 yards or something, it works better than the expensive one. It doesn't have the optical or the lens. The bigger the lens is, the more light it'll let in and make things more clear and stuff. But man, for zooming, holy hell, that thing's awesome. Nice to flip it over where you can see the camera. You know what I mean? See yourself on camera to make sure everything's in focus and zoom and everything.
Yeah, I do like that with the phone. But the camera, I don't remember the name on it. But if I remember right, it came with a gun mount, which I thought would be pretty cool to mount on my rifle or turkey gun or whatever. So that's the one thing I can't do with a phone. Years ago, I had it was another phone I had. I was trying to hold it between my fingers and hold the bow. I'd stalked up on some hogs at 15 yards. And so I'm trying to look into the camera, make sure I got them in frame as I'm pulling back my bow to shoot. And it was just a real pain in the ass. So I was wanting to get something
you can make any phone mount really well with this stuff I got. Hold on, let me grab it. It's incredible. You guys, you're going to be like, holy shit, I never thought of that.
That's like before I went to the GoPro, I got all that.
You can make any phone mount to anything you want with some of this stuff right here. This is Ninja Black, so you can get black.
I tell you some to stay away from. And I never did a review or anything on them, but I thought I'd try them. You find them on Amazon, probably eBay. These cheap GoPro knockoffs. You get them for like fucking $38 or something like that. They'll come with a bunch of mounts and stuff. That's the only thing cool about it. And the reason I was like, well, if I get it, hell, it comes with like $15 or $20 worth of mounts that'll work with my GoPro. And this thing sucks. I got one video, and I think I was at Farmageddon 2 years ago or something like that. Maybe it was Farmageddon, I don't remember. And there's one video that came out just good enough that I could use it. Because I mean, even at 720 or whatever, I think as high as it went, I don't know, it might want to get higher. It's just grainy. There may be some things it's good for, but it was just like, well, that was $35 wasted because this thing sucks.
That sucks.
Even at Farmageddon, Pops had that. I think he had that same model GoPro that you had, that you put it into a case itself. And I mean, if anything's going to stand up, it's definitely the GoPro, because he took, I don't know how many shots right in front of that muzzle of that fucking 50 cal, and it's still, did it get blown off the table? I don't think it got blown off the table, but it rocked a couple times and it still worked.
I tell you, I've had to buy one extra case. I've dropped, I think it was this one, has fell off my motorcycle and skidded down the road about 50 miles an hour at least twice. And now I got a lanyard on it. I got a piece of paracord that I tie it to the bike in case it comes loose. Because before, if it fell, it was just, you know. And the only reason I had to replace it the second time it hit it hit right on what was over the lens, and it cracked it, or it scratched it so bad that it wasn't any good anymore. So I bought another case for it, but it didn't hurt the camera. I mean, one of them, it's an old video. I'm riding my black bike. I had it recording, and so I'm just going through, you know, and it fell off, and it's just looking up at the sky, and you can hear it skidding across the road. And I walk up and pick it up.
I remember you put that on YouTube, didn't you?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Methan put out in the side chat there that he had a X-ray lens. I really need you to send me a link to the X-ray lens. I want to get a hold of that one. Yeah, the Gander Mountain, their prices are still too high. Last time I looked, so that thing may not even be there by the time I get back over there. But I would like to get something other than the cell phone, because I'm gonna have issues duct taping this to a shotgun barrel.
Not if you use enough of it. It's all in quantity.
Okay.
No, it's I've used it a couple times. It works. But you know what? Having the camera, you know, whether it's with your phone and having the ability to make, like, you use Apple, so do I, iMovie, and boom, boom, and a video's done like that.
Yeah, I use the same.
When I do a video and I have to use my computer from the chips when I'm doing the, you know, different cameras, God, it seems like it takes forever to download the same amount of freaking video.
When I uploaded I did one or two videos with the glasses like that, and they were up, and it was easy.
That's cool. That means your computer's better than mine. I think my computer just old. I got so many videos on it, and I've taken them and I put them onto hard drives and then deleted them all, and but you know, it keeps filling up.
Well, about I don't know, a month and a half, 2 months ago, it wasn't even a laptop, it was a netbook, tiny little thing, and I was watching some videos and I heard a pop and it went blank, and so we just got me a new laptop here finally, so I was tired of that damn netbook anyway.
So it's nice and new and empty, so it makes things run fast. That's good.
I don't know. I wish I could figure out what format cell phones use, or at least Androids or Samsung. If I do a video with my phone, it uploads in minutes. I could do the same video for 5-minute video with this, and it may take 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's if I don't need to edit the video, I can go straight from my phone and upload it from here, and it's done. But if there's any kind of editing I need to do, then I have to send it to the laptop and whatever. But it's still with
just
that
use iMovie, man.
That's what I do.
Everything to iMovie, and boom, you can throw in like words and a few things and call it done. Or you can do what TR does, and he just does this right here. Hello, YouTube.
That's why I do that, so I can just reload it straight from the SD card to YouTube. Because if I got to go through my damn software, that adds another, 30 minutes to an hour to it, and then it's still going to take, it might take the same amount of time to upload to YouTube, but I cut out 40 minutes. But if I know I got to cut it, I'll try to put a little intro in, fade them in and out and all that, even that video of our operating video, that was with a cell phone, but since I had different clips, I was like, well, fuck, I got to put it on the computer. And, it's not that big a deal. If you do YouTube, you're probably used to it, but it's just amazing how fast a phone can upload it. But yet my computer takes, half an hour or 45 minutes or whatever for a 6-minute video.
Yeah.
Well, I hope. Go ahead, Rick.
Oh, that's all right. Go ahead and I'll go after you.
Okay. I was going to say, I hope I don't piss anybody off with this, but some people get too damn carried away with their intros. I've seen intros 1 minute and 45 seconds long. Fucker, I don't have that kind of time.
I'm already gone.
Yeah. You know,
And
the
then
little
it's-
short intro? Cool.
And then it's a 2 minute and 30-second video. It's only a minute of video.
Yeah. I just don't have that kind of time. You'll lose me. My attention span ain't that long, and I don't have the time to watch intros all day.
Unless it's
Yeah,
like
that's why
things bouncing around from a game or something. So I did learn. So later on when you need to upgrade your phone or whatever, Mossy.
Yeah.
Now I use 2 of them. So I'll record some videos on this one. I'll record some on that one. And then I'll do some editing. That one will go and do its download, and I'll still have one available to record. Kind of works out pretty good.
Well, this is a company phone, so it'll get replaced whenever they tell me it needs to get replaced.
Gotcha. Yeah, it just makes it nice because you can do twice as much stuff at the same time.
Yeah, that intro that I use sometimes, usually only use it if it's a gun video and I do have to edit it. I think it's only 8 seconds or some shit like that. You know, just do a few seconds. You know.
Yeah. Short little intro, no problem. But it's when they start going in 30, 45, a minute in.
Showing clips is different. Oh, look at this little video, that video, like I say, and then yeah, I'm with you. I'll skip through that shit.
The first thing comes to my mind.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I was just saying, I get it because you want production quality and stuff of new people. You want to make it look exciting and all that, but at the same time, people have the attention span of a gnat. So if you don't grab them quick and then get to what the hell you're saying, you may lose them. You know.
Yep. Yeah. It bugs me to death. It's like, get over yourself. This is not necessary. Showing me some shit you did 2 years ago for an hour or for a minute and a half. I don't need all that. I'm subbed to too many people. I don't get a chance to watch all the videos of the people I'm subbed to as it is now. So, but in fact, of everybody I'm subbed to, I don't think anybody has a long intro.
No, you don't need them.
Yeah. I've got the attention span of an otter. If a bird flies overhead, it's a new day, and I just can't deal with it.
Is that a spider, Blue?
Spider just went right down in front of my camera.
I saw something. I didn't know what the hell it was, but
right now it's crawling around on TR. It's going to go back up. It's just a daddy long legs.
Speaking of intros, I don't know. The intro I got, I didn't make. A subscriber to me sent that to me. I wish I could remember who. I can't remember offhand. It's because I've had it a while. Do y'all have software to make intros and shit? Or because I heard at one time you could buy them on Amazon. You just customize it, put your channel name in it, and because you see a lot of channels with the same type intro.
That's a company that pre-makes them all.
Yeah, I don't. I've never fooled with an intro just because I hate watching other people's for the most part. Rob has an awesome intro. I do like Rob's intro. But other than that, Pop's Quest. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I do like his intro.
Yeah, his is short.
And Rich, I like his intro too. He's got like a little Uzi or Mac 10 or some shit shooting. I do like that one.
And that's fast. And it's like, all right, let's get started.
Yeah. Like I say, I don't mind a little intro. It's just some people get way too carried away. It was a hunting channel, and I counted it. It was a minute and 45 seconds of intro. What's up, SoCal?
It's too long.
Yeah.
You ain't working. What the hell are you talking about? No, he might be downloading a new program. He has to wait for everybody to leave to do that stuff.
After 6:30? Almost 6:30 over there?
Yeah.
He ought to be home by now.
Well, sometimes he's got to do a download and all that stuff, and he actually has to wait for everybody to leave in order to mess with the computer. So.
Yeah, IT a lot of times do stuff after hours.
7:30. This chair is not comfortable tonight. He's downloading porn, he said. Or Big Johnson. Of course Big Johnson said that. What's up? SoCal, if you need to fix a computer, duct tape. You got a leak in your tea, duct tape.
So what did I miss on the news while I was gone all weekend? Anything good?
Trump did everything. Just blame it on Trump.
Yeah, well, that's pretty typical.
They really driving in the fact that if you're a Trump supporter, you're a white supremacist. I'm seeing it over and over. I saw it from an email from my vice president of the company I work for or whatever.
Well, I know of at least one girl in high school would disagree with that.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, me and some guys at work were talking today. I live in the deep South. I live in the frickin' Bible Belt, upstate of South Carolina. And all of a sudden, since Charlottesville, all I'm hearing is white supremacists, neo-Nazis, and white supremacists. And I'm like, me and the guys were talking, it's like, ain't nothing but rednecks around here. When's the last time you heard of a white supremacist, or for that matter, fucking KKK? And we're all like, I haven't. The last time I seen, not on TV, but the last time I seen, I'm not saying they hadn't had an assembly and I just didn't see it, but the last time I seen the KKK was in the 1970s, and I was a little bitty kid.
I'll tell you later.
Yeah, I ain't saying they ain't around. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But there's assholes in every group, ethnicity, country, race, color. I don't give a damn. There's assholes in every race, in every type of people.
Yep.
And so you can't just group, okay, well, hell, there's the KKK. So if you're white and you're a Republican or a conservative or a libertarian, you must be a damn white supremacist. I mean, that's kind of what the media is doing. It's like, you like Trump? Oh, look, see, he's white supremacist.
Yeah. It does seem to me like it was more back then in the old days, but not near as much as what it is now. I mean, I've gotten accused of being a racist myself, and I'm far from it. I mean, most people are just dicks. There's so many other reasons to not like people than just the color of their skin.
Exactly.
I base it entirely on your personality and your attitude, just on you. I base if I call somebody an asshole, it ain't got a damn thing to do with race. Period.
Yeah. Fuck it. I'll blame it on the alcohol. We had several guys put out lawsuits against the company for racism. Well, I mean, it can be further from the truth. I mean, hell, if that was the case, we wouldn't have hired your ass in the first place. But, one of the guys in the works there happens to be an Afro-American. I'm like, this is some bullshit. And he's like, yeah, I know. I don't know. All they got to do is, and it's all the same lawyer. It's all the same lawyer handling all these lawsuits. And it's messed up, really is. And it's just to get money.
That's what it boils down to, especially for the lawyers.
Even the local newspaper, I mean, Greenville's a pretty decent sized city for South Carolina. And they held a day or two after anti-racism rally, you know, front page. There's a small group of people, don't get me wrong. And they had their signs. We won't tolerate racism. I think that was a headline. We won't tolerate racism. And somebody had a sign that said that. The same sign also said, dump Trump. He's not my president. So, okay, you put that on the front page. We're not going to tolerate racism. And then there's talking about Trump. So you're saying if you support Trump, you're a fucking racist. That's what you just put out there. You know, what the fuck? And like I said, it was a small group because Greenville was a red town. South Carolina went red. There's very few admitted Democrats in upstate of South Carolina. So that was probably all of them. Right there, about 30 of them.
Well, you know, when you get 30 people together, there's always going to be one dick.
Yeah.
That Blue just got it.
Yep, it took me a while. It took me a while. I'm running on fumes, boys.
I'm running on fumes. Well, wake the hell up. Drink some sweet tea.
I'm just kind of, like I say, I've been trying to dig into the Charlottesville thing. And it's hard to do because there's so many different narratives and stories and so many news sites now that you know, they're questionable. You can't go by mainstream, so you're having to go around corners and look at other things to try to figure out what the shit happened. I've seen so many conflicting stories. I'm still not sure exactly what happened. I mean, other than one woman got killed, you know, and even that, I've seen a video today that maybe that car was being attacked. Well, he was being attacked and he was just trying to get the hell out because he was scared for his life. Even seen a police report about it. It said, the police said, well, there's, you know, he might have panicked because they was attacking the car, beating the car with sticks and shit, you know, and, you know, I mean, so it's like, I can't say that that's true. I'm just saying that, okay, well, shit, there's a new twist to it. I've seen that he might be Antifa, that he worked on Hillary Clinton's campaign. And so I don't know that that's true, but there's so much shit being slung out there. It's like, I don't know what the fucking truth is. I don't know what happened.
The one story that I saw on it, just like you're saying, you don't know which way to turn, because the one story I saw on it, and I think it might have been from Fox. I'm not sure on that, but I think it was, said that, you know, he had major mental issues. He was a white supremacist who did a lot of research for like Hitler and neo-Nazi shit back whenever he was in high school. And they supposedly interviewed a bunch of his old teachers. And it was, you know, it was a, not if it was going to happen, when was he going to go off? And it's, and there again, I mean, we've all talked about this so many times, you know, there's a difference between running into a crowd of people because you hate them or you have different views. But I'm still under my thought process is that I don't care if it's just me or me and the family. If a mob is surrounding my car, you're probably going to get run over. It's not an intentional, I'm out to hurt or destroy people. It's, I'm fearing for my life and I'm getting the fuck out of there.
Yeah, well, if you surround my car, especially if you start beating my car, and not that I'm worried about the car, I'm just worried about you knocking the window out, trying to drag me out. You are going to be speed bumps, period. I don't give a fuck. I'm running over anybody and everybody's ass. I'm putting that bitch in 4-wheel drive, and I'm make a damn ramp out of you.
North Carolina, we can do that now. It's legal. South Carolina too, right?
Well, in South Carolina, you cannot impede traffic, period. If you're in slow-moving traffic, and I know a guy that got a ticket for this, so I'm saying that this is probably true for crowds too. Say you're in real heavy traffic and traffic's moving real slow, and there's a car trying to get out of a parking lot or something, and you stop and let the other cars go up so you can let that car in, that's illegal. Can't do that. You cannot stop the flow of traffic. Period. I'm not saying they give out tickets for a lot, but I know a guy that got a ticket for that. So I would think if you're standing in a fucking road, you're stopping the flow of traffic. But I mean, if I had one person, yeah, I wouldn't run over them. But if a fucking mob comes after my car and got the road blocked, fuck you. No, you are not pulling me out of my car. I've already seen videos. They've been pulling people out of cars and beating the shit out of them.
They're gonna have to go back to the old sticker that says "shoot him in the face."
Yeah, there you go.
What's up, Scotsman?
What's up, guys? How are you?
I got my letter over here for you, buddy. I haven't mailed it off yet. You and Captain Mark. It's halfway there. All you do is put stamps on it. That's the problem. I don't have any stamps.
Gotcha.
It's right there, though.
You want me to send you a stamp?
No. Let me show you.
Good deal, man. Good deal.
You're close. You're on the list. It's like one of those videos waiting to be played. You know, it's in the thing, but it's not sent out yet. It's one of those bad doggies. Hope things were good today at work.
They weren't bad. Busy. Very, very busy. And then get home and no AC again.
Oh, man.
I got all the fans going right now. The guy was just here. I guess it's out of Freon, and he's not able to do it. He's not certified to do it, so it won't get done until tomorrow.
Just put some ice cubes in your trousers. You'll be fine. You can even duct tape the bottom so they don't come out. Duct tape's the key word tonight, I guess.
We call that gaffer tape back home.
Gappa tape?
Gaffer tape.
That's
so if you put this around your head, you'd get decapitated? Decapitate?
No, it's called gaffer tape because you can shut them up. Gaffer, you cover them up.
Gaffer tape. I got it. Is that language barrier we have?
That's all good, man.
Now, I see it out in the comments. Was there a monument somewhere that was removed illegally?
North Carolina. Yes. So far, I've seen at least one person's been arrested. Yeah, because it was just a little mob, and they strapped ropes and shit to it and drug it to the ground, and it destroyed it. And
So it kind of looks like over in the Middle East, whenever they don't agree with something, they just start strapping shit to priceless. I don't want to say heirlooms, but priceless pieces of art and everything else, and they just start destroying the shit.
Yeah, I posted a little video thing on Facebook today. I think it was maybe yesterday. It's like two videos on top of each other, and it shows them tearing that monument down and ISIS destroying art in a museum. And it's like, what's the difference?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, if they're going to make it where, yeah, you're tearing down these monuments, I mean, it's up to the people that make the laws. I mean, but good God, if you're going to tear them down, they should be preserved.
Well, in North Carolina, I think there's a law. They're protected. South Carolina, there's a law. They're protected. I know in South Carolina, it's going to take 3/4 of the state senator house, or maybe both, to remove any Confederate or any monument, period. You know, 'cause, I mean, I think Trump even made a tweet or maybe said it in his little speech or whatever. It's like, what do you want to take down next? George Washington, Abraham Lincoln? I mean, you just can't say, well, these people owned slaves. Well, that's what happened back then.
That's history.
And correct me if I'm wrong. If anybody out there knows, last time I looked it up, there was 5 states I hate to talk about this, but this is talk about the truth. Ain't no use fucking hiding it. I ain't dilly-dallying around with it. But I don't give a damn what anybody says. The Civil War wasn't about race. It wasn't about slavery. There was 5 states in the Union that fought for the Union before, during, and after the Civil War. Even after the South had to do away with slavery, there were still 5 states. They might have, a couple of them might have dropped off pretty quick, but there were still several states in the North that had slavery that fought against the South. So if it was about slavery, why did so many states in the North have slavery? Somebody can work out that calculus fucking equation. Send that to me.
Riddle me this.
Yeah. I know Delaware for a fact is one. I forget the others. So how is that possible? Oh, it's about slavery. But no, well, fuck, they had slavery. Tell me. It was about taxes. It's about taxes.
What always cracks me up is people talk about slavery, and it's bad, don't get me wrong. But what would you rather have? Would you rather be a Native American with basically a tag, a deer hunting tag, where people go out and hunt your ass down because of what you were and who you were? Or would you rather be just working for somebody? We're all slaves. We all work for somebody. You know what I mean? It does. But yeah. Would you rather have some guy getting a tag for you, basically, to hunt you down? So the Native Americans, you know, yeah, the slavery was bad, but at least you're around to work instead of hunted. So shut the hell up.
Yeah,
I mean, a lot of bad shit happens in the past. Our human history is horrible. Horrible. We're horrible fucking people. We're horrible beings. The atrocities that's happened in the history of man is terrible. And I don't think slavery was good. Slavery's still going on in the world.
Yeah, you're the slave to the freaking plastic.
No, I mean,
I'm a slave to the fire. We're all slaves.
Slavery. Anyway, I mean, nobody's promoting that we shouldn't have done away with it. Why, hell no. Hell, it was being phased out already. I mean, shit. But I don't know. I just get irritated at the whole thing. The way the media portrays it, the way most politicians portray it. And like I said, I seen a letter from a Walmart executive today, the company I work for, and it's a multi-billion-dollar company. I work in a little bitty plant, but it's worldwide. It's a huge business. And so they sent out their little letter calling out neo-Nazis and white supremacists. And I was like, what the fuck is this? They didn't start the shit. The fucking Antifa and BLM did. I'm not on the white supremacist side, but at the same time, they have the right to assemble. They have the right to have their First Amendment rights. You know, because if you take away theirs, well, next thing you want to take away mine. Well, and that's what Antifa's basically been doing. It wasn't the government, but they're trying to shut anybody up that's talking anything other than what they want to talk about, and that is to be a communist fucking country. So anyway, that's all my 2 cents. Y'all go ahead. I'll let somebody else talk.
All right, so back to duct tape.
Gaffer tape.
Gaffer tape.
Right.
Pay that man his money. Check all night. What movie, guys? What movie was that?
I have no idea.
Someone out there is smart enough to know this. I know they've seen the movie. Has to do with poker.
What was it again?
Pay that man his money. He check all night.
Rounders.
Ooh, nice. Very nice. Where were you on that one, the crazy Scotsman? You were too busy watching action videos.
I was too busy working out so I can beat your ass later.
And just because you're 7 feet tall and fucking got arms that drag on the ground don't mean I won't fucking kick you in the nuts and take your wallet.
I don't think you can get your legs that high.
I don't think I can either. Oh, there's a rounders. Daniel, God is my judge. Rain Man.
I did like that movie.
That was a good movie.
Yeah.
That's all right, Scotty. After you beat the shit out of me, I'll shake your hand and give you a hug. Be nice to see you.
Yeah.
You big, tall, gargantuan son of a... No, I'm just kidding.
I did see today, whenever I got home and I actually logged on to Facebook, there's a, I don't know, it's like a cartoon. I think they call them memes or something like that. And there's a guy wearing a Trump Make America Great Again. And there's two buttons that he can push. One is no participation trophies for losers. And then the other button is save the the Confederate statues or monuments and stuff. Yeah, and that's what people are trying to paint this movement as is it was a participation trophy and they lost, so they shouldn't have anything out there. It's a huge, in my eyes, it's a huge difference. It's not a sporting event. That's the history of our nation. Right, wrong, or indifferent, it's our history.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that statue, the whole thing over, and I don't even know if they was being threatened to remove it. I really don't know. Like I said, it's such a fucking mess and so much mayhem trying to look up anything on it. But General Lee, hell, he was he was in the United States military. He fought the Mexican-American War. You know, I mean, it's just when the Civil War happened, he chose a side. His state was on the South, so he finally made a decision. He didn't jump all over it. He just thought he would do a better job than some of the other generals. And he finally, was okay, I'll be a general, whatever. And after the war, Lincoln declared every Confederate soldier a United States soldier.
Mm-hmm.
Period. So any monument you see is of a United States military person, soldier. Not the Confederate soldier. No, they're a United States military soldier.
That is,
anybody didn't know.
It's shit like that, plus like the atheist groups that go around, and if there's anything with in God we trust or God this, God that, and it's a veterans monument, whatever. Well, not everybody in the army believed in God, and they might not have had a set belief in one way or the other. So we're going to sue your city or town or whatever until you remove that statue. It's like, fuck off, leave the statue there or the bench or whatever. And if it's that big of a goddamn issue, donate one. Donate a memorial to the town square or whatever that doesn't mention anything about God or it's.
Yeah. Okay. I think we talked about this because there was a story about that they were offered that and it still wasn't good enough. No, This just can't be here, period.
Yeah, that was a town that was really close to where I'm at, and it made national news because we're, Podunk, PA, and they were going to threaten lawsuits against the city. They were going to do all this other shit, and it's like, no, just leave the bench where it is. And if you guys, oh no, they wanted to remove the bench and replace it with a similar bench, but the inscription on it had who it was donated by. So therefore, we were conforming to, I don't believe in God and the atheist movement and everything else. It's like, no, if you're going to make this big of a bitch and make it make the town remove the bench because it says God in it somewhere, and you're going to donate a bench, it doesn't say shit. about whether you believe in God or not, or what group donated it. Just let it go. And yeah, that would not fly with them. It had to have their name on it so that, you know, and there it is. They want to remove a bench that's been there for years because it's pushing an agenda or a belief system, but yet replace it with another bench that still has, you know, their belief system on it because it says who it was donated by. It's like, just quit fucking things up.
Do you guys know if it's legal to send mail without an address on it? You know, the return thing?
You don't have to have a return address. If it just gets lost in the mail, you just, you know, it just be gone.
Yeah. Okay.
And if
I've
it's
done
a
it.
box, nobody will probably ever see it again.
No, it's not a box. It's just an envelope.
Make sure there ain't nothing that even feels like a gift card in it.
No, there's just there's some people that wanted stickers, but I don't really know them well enough to give them my address.
Mm-hmm.
Put the return address the same address as theirs.
There you go.
That way, if something screws up, it still goes to them.
So what you're saying is you don't want me to have your address so I can come kick your ass before Farmageddon.
Oh, I'll type it in here right now. You can fucking get in your car and have it over here right now. I'll even PayPal you a couple dollars for gas money.
Yeah, that's actually.
You just have to let me take breaks so I can drink some tea while we're in the middle.
I never thought about that till the issue that Live for Wild had, and it was something never really thought about. But now it kind of is like, yeah, I really don't want my address going out there to people I don't know. So most of the time I use my work address now.
That's why I have a P.O. box.
Yeah,
If I know you well enough, I'll give you my address, but otherwise, P.O. box.
Yeah, there's very few people here that know my real name or that I will give my address to. But yeah, that's a pretty good idea. Use their address as the return address. During
a different name on it, so it looks different. Don't show up. You know, I don't care. Yeah. Somebody mentioned out there that it'll be postmarked on your, you know, post office, but so I mean, how many thousands of people live, you know, whereabouts you live? So okay, yeah, they know whereabouts I live.
See, that's like where I live at. The local post office doesn't postmark the shit. It gets sent like the whole way up to Erie. Like our local mail gets shipped up to Erie and it gets an Erie postmark and then it gets shipped out. And it's like, okay.
Yeah, mine's the same way. It gets shipped up to Cleveland before it goes anywhere. They don't do the local right here. They ship it all out there first.
The post office messed up during Christmas time. I got a letter at work, and it was from one of our vendors I deal with. And if you feel the envelope, it felt like a gift card. Well, somebody had taken and sliced the side of the envelope and checked it to see if it was a gift card and slid. It was a business card is what it was, but it was a magnet, but it felt just like a gift card. It had to be somebody at the damn post office because I got the mail that morning. Mm-hmm. So it went from that person to the post office to me. And one of those bastards is sliced the envelope to check and see if there was a gift card in it. And when it was just a business card, it was a magnetic business card, they slipped it back in and sent it on its way.
Yeah, we run into that all the time, especially like around Christmas, like Christmas cards and stuff. We'll constantly get reports. Somebody went through my mail. Somebody went through my mail. I don't know if I'm missing this. Don't know if I'm missing that. But most of the time, it's people opening up the Christmas cards, thinking that Grandma's sending little Johnny $2. And
yeah,
if you really want to send somebody a gift card, send them an Amazon card. Who don't use Amazon? And you don't have to actually send the card. You can just do it electronically and email it to them.
That's a pretty good idea. My wife went to go pick up a package for me at the post office, and they're like, "Boy, he sure does get a lot of packages." It's like, mind your business, bitch. worry about how many packages I'm getting. I just do not like the post office at all.
Damn the post office.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I can see that happening. I mean, you know, I don't, just because it's a post office, I mean, it don't mean it's like, oh yeah, they're all super honest people. They never hire anybody that would ever steal. I mean, well, they slice it open. Oh shit, that's a $50 gift card, and then just toss that shit in the trash.
And it's just like FedEx and UPS. They all do it. Hell, I've shipped guns and freaking had guns stolen, for Christ's sake, via FedEx and UPS.
Damn. That takes balls.
Oh, they all got caught. Don't worry, they got caught.
Good. Good.
They're spending their time in jail, but yeah, no, people are stupid, man. They're crazy enough to do it.
Yeah, but it seems like, you know, stuff like that, there would be cameras, you know, to monitor shit like that. And
yeah, there is. I mean, it probably took the FedEx guy probably a good 4 weeks to track it all, but he finally found it and found the guy that did it.
Wow, that's awesome.
Well, good. I hope he's somebody's bitch.
Oh, I bet you he is by now. That was last year, but I bet you he is.
Yeah. Well, you figure because the company you work for, you'd be able to see that part of the camera gets into the one UPS, and then from there, who knows what happens.
Well, that's it. Once it gets from us and goes where it's going, you know, they take it to their distribution center. Well, apparently, when it got to the distribution center for FedEx, that's where the guy tried to steal it. And he got it there, and he had it for about 3 weeks before they finally figured out who it was, and you know, got the FBI involved and all that good jazz.
Good.
Yeah, because you're getting. I guess if it's FedEx, it's not going. Well, Blue, you would know, right? You know, like with the mail, if you open somebody's mailbox or whatever, it's a federal crime. UPS, it's not a federal crime because it's not.
It's a firearm. If it's over $800, it's a federal crime right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
That's for the reason for the money part of it. But like, say it was under, like even an envelope like this one right here, it'd be a federal crime out of a mailbox, postal service, USPS.
And I'll tell you, good luck on that, because I've worked on several cases where, let's say you, Rick, were shipping me your Vicodin, your whatever, you're shipping me your drugs to sell. In order to try to get the postmaster involved in something like that, it's next to impossible.
Impossible, yeah.
And that's how it has to go through the federal part. So mostly whenever it starts happening, they only get charged on a local level. Like we had years ago, like when meth was big out in California and it wasn't so big here in PA, we had meth sent, you know, postal service. That's how they were sending it. And there was no federal agency, even though it crossed multiple state lines. They're like, nope, if you guys got it, just handle it. So it's, I mean, we have that happen as well with, you know, legit pharmaceutical companies that send narcotics through the mail to like patients. If that ends up coming up missing, even though that pharmaceutical company might be in, you know, Colorado or wherever, and it gets sent here to PA, good luck getting anybody involved other than your local people. I mean, that's.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, well, that sumbitch that stole the gun, I hope he's a conductor on a long black train right about now.
That or you already got shanked.
Yeah, no shit on.
Yeah, good shanking will always teach somebody a damn lesson.
But yeah, no, it's Rick. It's a federal crime if it's anything over $800. Automatically, it's a federal crime.
Nice.
800?
Yeah, 800. And when it concerns a firearm, they don't class it as a federal crime unless it's over $800 or more.
I'll be damned.
What's that one thing for over $5 grand? No, grand.
Yeah, well, when you get into grand larceny and shit like that, that's when you get into the $5,000-$10,000 thing. But he's talking about mailing a firearm, since that's already involving the federal government already. If you're mailing firearms. So if you send to somebody a High Point, put the value at $850.
That's right.
Most damn expensive High Point ever.
That's right. You can buy like 22 High Points for that price.
Shit, that reminds me. I still got to send off my P320.
I sent off my Ruger. No, I put it in a box. I haven't sent it off yet. It's sitting over there with the other shit. It's got to go to the mailbox.
No stamps.
No, that's already has a pre-postage shingamadiggy on it.
I've had too much shit going on. I've got a tab open of what you got to do to send it off. I got to go through all that bullshit.
That was pretty simple. They put a little work order on a sticker, and you put it around the trigger guard, put it in a plastic thing, and bam. But you have to actually get it mailed in order for shit to happen. So,
Ooh, there's his address. Yeah. Everybody freeze frame it.
Right there.
I'm just messing with it.
There it is.
I got to ask you guys a question. Have you ever ordered anything from like Adam and Eve or
I was waiting for you to say something else, and I was going to say, you mean Adam and Eve in New York?
Freaking years ago. This was back whenever I was first married. Super, like 21, 22, 23, something like that.
Sure it was. Tell us about the butt plug.
So what happened last week?
We ordered a bunch of stuff from that site, and my neighbor, like, all of our mailboxes are out in front of my house, and there's like 4 of them stacked up. My neighbor has a very, very similar last name, and to me, a similar first name, but my ex-wife and his wife had the exact same last name. Well, it came in the the plain envelope and everything. I get a knock on my door, and it's the neighbor, the gentleman. He walks over and he's like, I don't really know how to say this. He's like, I don't look at the address whenever I open mail. He's like, but I opened his package, and we were like, what the hell is all this? And it's addressed to you. The mail person put it in the wrong box.
Nice, man.
that was a little embarrassing, but everybody was like, oh shit, I mean, crazy. Like I said, 22, 23 at the time, but that was a good one.
You still got the same neighbor?
Yeah.
You should just order some stuff in his name with your address, and then you bring it over to his house.
Do you still have the same butt plug?
No, you got to change those out every 6 months, or else it can cause an infection.
Oh, okay. All right.
Now, are you supposed to take those out when you're done?
Oh, you are? Shit, I didn't know that.
Where the hell's this chat going?
I don't know.
I'll be back in a little while. I got to remove something.
After 11, sometimes they go downhill fast.
They go down
Why is it always like the last 30, 40 minutes? It always goes to shit.
Because Blue's on here.
Yeah, mostly because I'm here.
Or gets better, depending on how you want to look at it.
I derailed the whole
I do have some good news. My power came back on, so I'm good. Because my batteries get too low, the inverter I have has a built-in charger. It just kicks on automatically and runs off 110.
So you got electric now?
Yeah.
Did you guys have storms down there, or was it just a free?
Yeah, bad storm blew through. Down here in the south, all the heat actually creates storms because there's so much humidity just going straight up, even though, I mean, there's a lot more to weather and all that, but the heat does actually cause storms in the south. So we have late afternoon storms pretty regular in the summertime.
Yep, damn sure do. It sucks being down here.
Lots of lightning.
Yep, I'm glad I'm not down south anymore.
Yeah, rub it in.
I love it. I don't love not having power.
Just wait till winter time. We'll be laughing.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I'm in Central Florida. It's so damn bad. Sometimes you walk out in the morning and it just takes your breath away. But we can't move because of our parents. So we're, we don't want to leave them at their stage in life. So, we're just kind of stuck here for a while.
The worst place I've been in, and I've not been everywhere in America by no means, but the worst place I've ever been in, as far as humidity and how hot it gets and just muggy ass was Mississippi. That's where I did my A school in the Navy. In Gulfport, Mississippi, beside Biloxi. You could walk outside at 5 o'clock in the morning and break out in a total fucking sweat. It's totally dark, 5 o'clock in the morning. Oh, yeah, we got to go running now? Really? I'm already sweating my ass off. And that was like 18 years old.
Louisiana and Tennessee was like that, too.
Well, I've never been there, but I know back in my really early 20s, working with the same company, doing terrazzo, we travel all over Florida. And being down in Miami or the Keys, it is brutal. It really sucks down here. Anybody thinking about moving to Florida? Don't. If you really think you want to, come down here around August and just spend a few weeks. It sucks down here. It really does. Now, I do like, huh?
I was going to say, you guys got way too much shit that can kill you. The outdoors is not nice in Florida. Hey, I'm going to go take a dip in the pond or even your own goddamn swimming pool, and there's a goddamn alligator or crocodile in there. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I think we talked about this on another chat. I was out wade fishing in a lake, and 6-7 foot alligators, 15 feet from me. It's just when they get over 8 foot when they get aggressive. Then you got to watch them.
You were on my chat when you said that shit. I'm like,
oh yeah,
fuck that shit.
Yeah, no,
I see a 3 foot alligator. I'm doing backflips. I'm walking on water, getting the hell out of there.
No, they don't mess with you till they get bigger. I was at wade fishing one time, and I was just fixing to go under the dock to the north end, and my dad came out and he said, "Hey, get your ass in the boat. Let's run up to the north end." I'm like, "All right." And as we cleared the dock and was heading towards the north end, there was a gator every bit of 14 foot laying down on the other side of the dock. So thank goodness he came and got me when he did, or I might not be here now, because them bastards, when they get that big, they'll get you just for the fun of it and tuck you away under a log or something for later.
Tripping. That and the water moccasins.
Yeah. I never really bothered too much with the moccasins. But the gators you got to keep an eye on. I was in a management area, and one guy said just before dark he had a panther walk in front of his tree stand about 20 yards. He said he made eye contact with him, and as he walked in front of his tree stand, he said that panther never took his eyes off of him, just watched him as he walked through. He said he ain't never been so scared in the damn dark in all his life coming out of that damn tree stand that night. He kept shining his flashlight all around.
Yeah, somebody might say, "Oh, that looks like a good snack. All right, let me go over here in these bushes and just wait. I don't feel like climbing a tree right now."
I'll wait for him to come down.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all seen Mr. Bullet Points. I think it was his last video where he's got bears coming in. He just moved down to Florida, and he's got bears coming in his backyard. And they're going in his backyard, and they're pulling down his bird feeders.
Mm-hmm.
And they're eating his bird feeders, or his bird feed. And where my dad lives, right across the street, there's a bear over there, and there's young kids. And back in, I think it was the 70s, it's state property now, but there used to be a house back there. And one of the girls, she left their little, I don't want to say they had a tree stand off away from their house, and she went to go to their little tree stand or tree house that the kids had, and come dark time, she didn't come back home.
Oh shit.
So yeah, so the father went out to look for her, and when he got to the tree house and climbed up in it, there was just blood and pieces all over the place where a bear had got a hold of that little girl.
And that was just a black bear?
Yeah, yeah. And I've never heard of a black bear attacking anybody down here in Florida, but it's damn sure a possibility.
Oh yeah, it happens. I mean, it definitely happens. It's especially if you're unlucky enough to get between mama and the cubs.
Yeah, yeah.
But most of the time, they're not aggressive, I guess, toward humans. I mean, I've only once, I was out archery hunting one time. That was a butt puckering experience. I almost shit the butt plug out. It was so bad. But, I'll tell you, I was up in a one of those self-climber deer stands where you ratchet up the tree basically. And this freaking bear came down to the creek, started walking, and I knew I was screwed as soon as it like it was just walking. Then it lifted its head and it started air scenting, and I was like, ah, shit. That bear came right to my goddamn right to the tree I was in and was sniffing it and looked straight up at me. And I was just, I didn't say a word. I was petrified, but it ended up just walking. Actually, no, it ran away because once it looked at me, it took off running. But man, that's scary. That is butt plug pooping scary right there.
Yeah. Yeah. My boss, he went out hunting when he was younger with his dad. And when they went to the tree stand, he dropped his son off and he went on to his stand. He kept hearing stuff before daylight. And after daylight, he fired a few shots. They came over. When his dad got there, we lost TR. They found panther tracks circling his blind, and he was a little kid. But there was 2 sets of tracks, and they were walking side by side, circling his blind.
Damn.
Yeah.
See, if I was a kid, I would have shot.
Yeah, it was dark though. It was before the sun come up.
And the kid didn't know?
No. He heard something, but he didn't know what it was.
Oh.
That's good. Yeah. Whenever we've taken younger kids with us to the woods, we always walk them to their stand, put them up in the stand, and we tell them, don't come down. We'll be back for you. If you have any trouble, whatever, fire 3 shots. And well,
shit, that's me on a normal fucking deer season.
Man, you got some issues, Blue. Losing your butt plug, having more than 3 shots, dude, you got some problems.
That video I was telling y'all about when I was trying to hold the camera and hold my bow all at the same time. I wish I still had that video. I come up on a sow and I shot her, and I guess it was adrenaline. I never heard the sow squeal when I shot her. She ran, come at me, and maybe 5 yards, cut back in front of me. I thought she was going to run at me, but she didn't. I never heard her squeal, so I didn't think I hit her. So there was another hog. I stalked up on him 15 yards, and as I pulled my bow up, he spins and looks at me. So I released my release and went to reach for my pistol because I didn't know if this sumbitch was going to charge me. And them hogs are not to be messed with. I mean, you ain't supposed to, you ain't supposed to shoot them during archery like that, but fuck it, I plan on going home. And I went to reach for my pistol, and he blew like a deer. I've never heard a hog blow like a deer like that before. But when he blew, they all took off running. And I found blood where I shot that sow, and I found where she just stood there while I was stalking on the next one. But when he blew, she took off, and I never did get her. What's up?
Hold on 1 minute. I've been clocking TR. He's been gone 2 minutes now. We're gonna have like 2 to 3 minutes, and this chat's gonna end if he doesn't come back in. So if you guys all of a sudden goes not live anymore, sorry, something might happen with this power or whatever the case is. So thanks for showing up in case something happens. Appreciate all you guys supporting TR. But let's continue on. I just want to give him a heads up because all of a sudden it'll just end if the main guy is not in here.
Okay. In that case, I would like to say, everybody out there in the external, check out the Crazy Scotsman. It's got a hell of a raffle going on, and that's all I really got.
I think we got 2 minutes left. Come on, TR, get your ass back here. I can't pick it up because it's running on his chat, and if he's out, I mean, I could have an after chat or something, but which I probably won't because it's getting late. But the it'll just time out and be done. Midas's birthday, woo! Midas.
He said he's trying to get back in.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. But
if he had a complete power shutdown, all of his routers and everything else are probably restarting. And
yeah, definitely check out the Crazy Scotsman raffle. Tell us about it.
Lots going on, man. Lots going on. There'll be something pretty big happening here in the next couple of days.
Yeah, I'm waiting on that.
Huge.
It's going to be huge. That's what you need to do for your next video. Whenever you announce whatever it is, put Trump whenever he's like, it's going to be huge.
That's right. It's going to be huge.
Yep.
You have a message, sir.
Okay.